First and foremost, we start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the mighty Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Right? All praises, Heavenly Father, to His beloved Son and the Holy Spirit. We are the Hebrew Israelites, composed of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We come out here day in and day out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked country we live in, right? Known as America. This place is name is Babylon the Great whore, right? All praises, Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem Rakakadash. Judgment's going out. We come here to call back you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to your true biblical heritage, right? Heritage meaning the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We are at the end. We call out to the four corners of the earth, which we were scattered, right? We were scattered to the four corners because we didn't want to take heed to the Most High's commandment. So as we take heed and come back to the statutes, laws, and commandments, it says that we will bethink ourselves, right? We will bethink ourselves in this land and remember who we are, right? So we come back to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai by keeping His statutes, laws, and commandments and remembering who we are, and therefore we're empowered. We're empowered, Yashar Allah, right? We set up the standard, which is the scriptures, right? Everything being summed up under the word commandments, right? Everything. Even fate is summed up under commandments, right? If you don't have faith, you're breaking the commandment, right? It's a transgression to do things in doubt, right? The book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do His commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. Right? And these commandments were given to Yasharallah, Jacob and his 12 sons. Right? That's Psalms 137. So we are the ones that are to keep these commandments. Right? And hold the banner up. Salaki. I got a lot of precepts going through my head. Right? We hold the standard. Right? And these heathens, these other nations fall under our subjection. That's why He said, I will give the heathen as thine inheritance. It's the book of Psalms 147, chapter 19. He showed His word unto Jacob, His statutes and His judgments unto Israel. Right? He didn't show it to Esau. Right? He showed his word unto Jacob. Right? So the so-called white man, which are not white, they're red, right? Genesis 25:25. And we're not black. We're different shades of brown, like the dirt of the ground, as it says, right? So we come back to the statute, laws, and commandments of Yahweh, B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We come back to our power, right? And these other nations fall subjected under us. They have to follow. Although they'll be, sneaky. They'll be sneaky in their own doing. They may not follow. Right? So we're out here fishing. Heathen for thine inheritance. Heathen for thine inheritance.
According to Wikipedia, mass Ask of me, and I shall give thee the
Psalm
heathen
2.
for thine inheritance.
Right? This is the book of Psalms. Right? What's up, brother? You got a second for the word?
Yeah, let me just go check on my application real quick.
All right,
I'll
Con.
come right back.
Right?
All right.
We out here for you, brother. Most likely. Right? So, same book of Psalms. Right? And like we said, we out here fishing for our people. To let them know who they truly are. That power, right? Yeah, we can't live on bread alone. But till this day, we're in captivity. Right? So we keep these statute laws and commandments. The Lord said it's nothing to make a man rich. Right? He give it, he take it away. And what time we in? We in wartime, right? Con, it's the book of Psalms chapter 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Right? So when we're doing what we're supposed to, these heathens, right? He said he'll make it peaceable amongst men. So these heathens will fall under subjection, right? And our people got to stop serving them. We serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They serve us. Right there it says, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, make these heathens our inheritance, right? We keep a statute, laws, commandment. We come back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and the heathen becomes our inheritance. What's up, brother?
What's up? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
How's your application?
They're not hiring for inside. They're hiring for drivers. So.
All right. I pray for you, man.
Right.
I know you're looking for a job. It says till this day we in our captivity, right?
Right.
And I'm curious. Is your dad a so-called black man?
Yes.
Or Native American?
Black.
Because even the Native Americans, a lot of them look like so-called Negroes, but they're actually the tribe of Gad. You are the tribe of Judah, right? So we're out here waking up our people in the end times, right?
Right.
I understand we got to work and everything. It says that we should not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out the mouth of the Most High, right?
Right.
So we come out here waking up our people. Our people is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we know that because we fit the curses in a book called Deuteronomy 28. So you said your dad is so-called black.
Right.
So you'd be the tribe of Judah. And our king, who they call Jesus Christ, his name is Yahushai. We Hebrew Israelites. They stole our identity, right? And they put a name on us, African American, right? Now they call you Negro, now they call you black, right? Just like the Mexicans. They're actually different tribes. They're Issachar.
Right.
Right? All the way down to southern. But we're spread across the four corners of the earth because we didn't follow the Most High's laws. So we come out here, wake up our people, and say, you're a Hebrew Israelite, let you know. You got to come back to the statute, laws, and commandments. His name is Yahweh. He is, right? You're keeping one of the commandments. You're not shaving. So that's actually, these are the Leviticus commandments that were given to Moses, right? And a lot of our people buck up, man. They buck up. Like when Moses went to get the commandments on Mount Sinai, he came down and everybody was partying. You know what I mean? They made a golden calf, right? And he threw the commandments on the ground. And they had to go back up into the mountain and get it and carry it in the Ark of the Covenant, right?
Right.
We have an enemy. Deuteronomy 28, it says that we would be sold to our enemies, right? We'd go into slavery on ships, which happened here, right? Predominantly to Judah. You know that. But predominantly Judah, the so-called Negroes, went into slavery. But all our people went into slavery. Even the Latinos and Native Americans were slaughtered. From so-called Christopher Columbus, they say he discovered this land. No, he came here hunting. He had Hebrew interpreters, knowing that we spoke the Hebrew tongue, right? So they put up a false image, right? And this false image that these churches put up. Now this is for you to be empowered, okay? When you come back to the statute, law, and commandment, like I said, you're keeping a commandment. You growing a beard, you can cut it, trim it, but you're not supposed to edge it, right? And not make baldness to your head. You can buzz it, but not put a blade to it, right? Like Mr. Coon, right?
So you're not supposed to line up your beards?
Yes.
You can't line them up?
No.
Right.
I'll bring it out for you. It's Leviticus. So Deuteronomy 28, right, will tell you our curses. And I just want to show you one thing. It says, and the Lord, this Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. So the word Egypt, when we were in Egypt the first time, when Moses freed us, he went to Pharaoh and said, let go my people. We were in slavery, right? So he said, I'm going to bring you into slavery again with ships. But the place Egypt is surrounded by land, so you can't get there on a ship, right? So the word ship, the word Egypt is synonymous to bondage, right? Bondage or slavery. Till this day, believe it or not, we happy with a job. Some people might have a nice house, a car. Yeah, I'm making it. We're not, because till the end we're gonna pay taxes. Till the end, this guy's got his foot on our neck. Now, when I say this guy, it's a race of people. That's why it says, "He who has ears, let him hear." The number of the beast is the number of a man. 666, right? So on the sixth day, he made man, right? Now, you are the seed of Jacob. They are the seed of Esau. These dudes come from a man named Esau. We come from a man named Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, right? After he wrestled with an angel. Okay, so these churches put this image up. Now it says, let every man be a liar and God true. So whatever I'm saying has to be proven through the book. I can't just speak on my own authority. I'm trying to win souls for Yahweh. I do this. I love you, but I love the Most High first, because I'm commanded to love him. Because I love him. So I love my brother as I love myself, right? So I'm telling our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that they put up this image, right? And it's not biblical. The biblical image is Revelation 1:13. 14. His head and his hair were white like wool. So who has woolly hair? Our brothers.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And it says, now this is in 2 or 3 witnesses the matter is established. So this has to be precept on precept, which means oracle or word spoken from God is backed up from another word spoken from God. So I can jump to another chapter, Daniel 7, right, verse 9, and it'll say that the Most High, who sits on his throne, his hair is like wool. So it says, if you've seen the Son, you have seen the Father. All right? We don't mess with none of these churches, none of their doctrine, their Trinity. They've shoved crosses in our faces. They raped our women. They butt-raped our men. They ripped our babies out of our women's stomach and fed them to alligators. They smashed Emmett Till's face in. Till this day, a couple years ago, our brothers was getting hanged on a tree right down there in Lancaster. So we come out here boldly professing against these devils, right? Who we are. We are the sons, right? And daughters, but the army is composed with men. It says, come out here and wake up the warriors. Who shall rouse Judah up? A lion's whelp. You're a lion, brother. And you got it inside. You know that. But see, we can't do nothing on our accord. We have to wait upon the Lord's return. So
Right.
what do we do in the meantime? You got Russia. You got China. Ready for war. Right? It's prophesied in this book that Babylon the Great, this whore that's sitting on this beast, which is America, is going to be blown out of the water by missiles. So what are we going to do? When we see a USSR missile coming down, what are we going to do? The only thing we can do is keep the statute, laws, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai.
Right.
Love our people. And it says, chapter 49, Genesis, it says, gather yourselves together. Right? The Jacob, the dad of these 12 sons, and this is why we look different. He had 4 wives. He had Sarah, he had Rebecca, So there's many questions you'll ask yourself, but the answer's all in here. It says don't look into many books. Don't get caught up in the book of Enoch and all the Jubilees and all that crap. Right here, 1611 got the Apocrypha, which the Catholics took out because Martin Luther, not our Martin Luther Jr., who also said I led my people into a burning building, but Martin Luther, a Protestant, right? He took out the book because he didn't want it in the book. The Apocrypha shows our people being Hellenized. They're in the Greece captivity. The vision of Daniel, there was a statue. And the king said, let me know what I had this dream. He said, okay, this is Babylon captivity, Persia captivity, Greece captivity, America captivity. We are, till this day, the foot with the steel and clay is Rome, who fell, England, who took over, and who settled here? English, right? Europeans.
Right.
They are They're the Caucasian. They come from the Caucasus Mountains. And they are who we were sold to. When they said they came on boat, our people came on boats, stacked like sardines. When they come off, they put them on a selling block. 25, 30, 35, 40, 40, sold. How they going to sell people in a race? Well, the Lord said we didn't want to follow him. We wanted to eat the pig. And they forced it on us. So now as we wake up, great fear fall upon them. That's not our problem. Our problem is to fear the Most High, keep his commandments. That's it. So white men come by here, rah, 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 the devil's talking, whatever. I'm here for you, brother, because the devil coming immediately, right? And now the spirit, Satan, he can hop on a brother. That's why we fast, we pray, and we read. That's how you take the demons off you. So anything you're dealing with, if you eat shrimp, crab, lobster, anything out of sea got to be with fins and scales. The pig is very harsh on our people. We were fed that slop in slavery. Even our Latino brothers, they got the carnitas. I'm from Hawaii. They got something called Kalua pig over there. They got ceviche, which is a shrimp lime dish. They doctor it up and they say it's a delicacy and they sell it to us, right? So that's why they keep us in captivity. Pork, that's almost in everything, brother. Gelatin is a derivative of pork. They put that shit in everything. So basically, now that you know you're an Israelite, you keeping that commandment. You seek him out. He says, seek him, you'll find. Knock, he'll open the door. What do we do? Like I said, what are we going to do? Well, the only thing we can do is call upon his name. We face the east, as the book says. East, because our home is Jerusalem. That's our home. It says, I know you who are Jews, but you are the synagogue of Satan. That's who's in the land over there right now. The ones who wear the small hats, right? And they want to call it anti-Semitism. I'll tell you what, the word Semitism comes from the word Shem, right? Shem there was 3 sons from Noah. Shem, Japheth, and Ham. Ham is the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Shem progenerated the Negroes, right? So we come out of Shem. But also they come out of Shem. Because our twin brother, whose name was Esau, Jacob and Esau was brothers. And Esau hates Jacob. Esau hates Jacob. So he put his image in place of Yahweh's image. Like I said, everything has to be proven through scripture. So I'm going to go back to the scriptures. I know it's a lot. I'm going to give you the milk so you can grow. And then the meat, we say we eat the meat off the bone, we spit out the bones, because you're going to hear different doctrines. Sound doctrine comes out of the book, not a person's mouth, right? The prophets will speak the oracles, which means you become a prophet, you'll speak anything that comes out of the book, not your own accord. You're not doing it for the women. You're not doing it for the money, filthy lucre's sake. You're doing it because you love Yahweh and you want salvation. It says, seek your salvation with fear and trembling, right? So here it is, it says, so his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, right? So wool is the texture, snow is the color. And they can't tell you wool is wool is the color. No, wool is the texture. That's why they say white as snow. And like I said, you go precept on precept. So you back it up with Daniel 7, verse 9. It says strictly about wool. Don't say nothing about color. So, and then they say color don't matter. My Jesus is any color. Well, not what the book says. The book says that, and his eyes were a flame of fire, right? It's not blue eyes. His eyes was red because he drank wine. Through the atrocities of our people, trying to save his people, the Lord said, do not go to these other heathens. Go to your people, the house of Israel. Don't go to everybody else. That's what the Lord told Yahweh, Jesus Christ. Right. He said, don't go to the lost sheep. When Jesus Christ came, he said, I only come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because there's 18 nations. Israelites, Ammonites, Moabites, Edomites. These are the people who rule the world. They pull the strings, brother. They're DuPonts, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bourgeois. These are wicked ass people. In fact, this image comes from a dude called Caesar Borgias, right? Pope the Sixth son was a homosexual faggot, right? Leonardo da Vinci painted this image in this likeness, and it's written in this book that our enemy would paint the image over the judges. Job 20, Not Job 9:24. Okay, so it says, and his feet like unto fine brass. What color is brass?
Like the color of a penny.
Penny, copper, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So now his feet, he said his feet were like the color of a penny. But read furthermore. It says, as if they burn in a furnace. Now this is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, the revelation of Jesus Christ. So you know what the word revelation is?
To reveal.
To reveal.
Right.
So they're revealing to you his image. Now his feet was like brass, and then it says, as if it burned in a furnace. So when you burn anything, if you throw a penny into a furnace, you know what happens to anything you burn? It turns darker. Because the soot, soot. Now people say, okay, well it's gonna glow. Well yeah, it's gonna glow, but when you take it out, it's gonna be dark. Yeah, so our king was very dark. You know what I mean? This image they put up in the churches, man, the reason why they do that is they want us to bow down to them. But they're cavemen. They're beasts. They really, if I was a sly, sneaky devil, I would do the same thing, you know what I mean? I would make myself as if I'm God. But they're not God. And they really come in creeping. They come in with a smile, right? And they says, war is in their heart. And Sirach 12 and 10. Never trust thy enemy. Because like iron rusted, so is their wickedness. So they may be cool one day. You know, they be all buddy. But then they go to the boss and they'll, yo, dude snuck out earlier, 5 minutes early for lunch. Fuck you, man. You got 400 years on us. You know what I mean? We tired of your shit. So what we gotta do, we gotta know who our enemy is, right? In war, it says you gotta know who your enemy. What for you go to war if you don't know your enemy? Like I said, we don't worry about our enemy. We never trust him, but we worry about our own salvation, and that's how we're empowered. Like I said, any Edomite can come up here. I'll give them their judgment, and if they feel sorry or whatever, well, it says kiss the boot. It says you can be my king. You the king, and their kings and maidservants will serve us. They'll lick the dirt off your feet. And we're all over. We're getting persecuted right now because Kanye made a statement. Kyle Irving, the basketball player, made a statement.
Yeah,
saying,
a lot of rappers, Nick Cannon,
right,
saying we're the Jews.
right.
A lot of people.
And they want to call it anti-Semitism. Like I said, the word Sem, if you go against us, you're being anti-Semitic. So they can't go against us, what we're saying, right? And see, because they rule the world, they'll stop, whatever's going out. Like our YouTube videos gets flagged if we say certain things, Like I said, there's nothing for us to worry. You see, the fringes, that's a commandment. It's a commandment, brother. Look. Numbers. And whatever. Other people can see, say someone's white, but they don't know their dad. But they want to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right? And they're like, I'm white as far as I know, but I want to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Well, who's your dad? I don't know. As far as I know, I'm white. Well, if you have this zeal to serve, do the commandments, but you never trust them. Right? And even our people, it says 2/3 of our people, just because they so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, they ain't gonna make it. Just, they may have fringes on. They may have fringes on and be all buddy. They may, we the Israelites, hey, behind closed doors, they eating swine. And the Lord said, that's wheat and tares. Let them grow together. Because in the end, you're gonna have the Lord come in with the sickle and he will kill everybody. He said the blood gonna be to a horse's bridle, right? We got angels. That's why in Ecclesiastes it says all your works, whether they be good or bad, will come to light. Right? Our angels, the Lord's perfect plan. No matter how much you can think you're good or whatever, he's got someone on your shoulder. And it says a just man falls 7 times. But he gets back up. How do you get back up? Repent. You go to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you say, Father, forgive me, right? And you make a way to get over whatever you're dealing with. That's how we get better. Right? Just like in anything, practice makes perfect, right? So I'm going to give you this Numbers 15:38, right? And it says, and I shall be unto you for a fringe, right? those are fringes, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them, and that your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, salaki, and that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes, after which ye used to go a whoring, that ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your God. So, as you find out these commandments, you know, a lot of people don't got money to do it. My friend, he got a shirt, he just cut fringes in it, and then he got blue marker. Because it says, Salak, I didn't read from the top. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generation. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. So you're supposed to have blue above the fringe. Right? So, and burn out. See, try to take the word away. But you see, that he said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So and he said, my commandments are not grievous. You know? And this is New Testament. A lot of people want to say, oh, that's Old Testament, Old Testament. This is New Testament. When you go to 1 John, he tells you what sin is. Sin is the breaking of the law. The transgression means to break. So sin is the transgression of the law. So when you break the law, you commit sin. Right? So how do you come back to his grace? Now, grace doesn't mean, oh, I can sin and the Lord's going to give me grace. No, grace means you have a period to get right. Like you got 10-day grace period on your bill. You got 10 days to get it right. If you don't pay it, it's still going to shut your electric off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, brother, you know, Kala Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakah Kadash. That's all praises, mighty Father.